All right, I did mention, since I'm just on a minor rant roll, I wanted to throw in a few freebies from my pet peeves list that don't necessarily relate to money, but maybe business. And I just have 3 to close out with. One is the phrase, and when I used to interview CEOs on a regular basis on our NPR radio show back in the day and our AM radio show back before the Motley Fool had podcasts, we used to do it through the traditional means, and I interviewed a lot of CEOs, and the ones that would say, quote, "I always hire people smarter than I am," end quote. I grew so tired of hearing people tell me that I started wondering, is that really what you do, or do you really want to do that? I mean, if you're the CEO, I want you to be the smartest person, I would think. If you're always hiring people, if that's so easy for you to do, I'm not sure you should be CEO. So that's one of my business pet peeves. People who say that they always hire people smarter than you. I would say always hire smart people. That's great. But I think it's kind of false modesty speaking a lot of the time with that phrase. Number 2, how about this? When you're on a plane, we know you have a choice when you fly, so thank you for flying blank. If you're like me, you really didn't have much of a choice which carrier to fly. It was that time, that city, that destination, and it was that plane. So I've always thought it was a little self-congratulatory of the airlines to conclude your flight with the, "We know you have a choice when you fly." This is from the industry that gave us the unnecessary word deplane, though, so maybe we shouldn't expect too much. And then finally, last one this week, number 3, the phrase, "let's think out of the box here." I mean, this suggestion, typically put forth in some sort of a meeting, is, to me anyway, itself by now such a terribly in the box phrase that I doubt it ever elicits for the speaker what he or she is hoping for. Let's think out of the box here. By the way, what is the box one gets out of? I did find a really good line from Jay Peck. I just wrote that down. I don't know if that's an author. Not sure who Jay Peck is, but Jay Peck said, "A set of walls, each an unchallenged assumption."
As always, people on this program may have interest in the stocks they talk about, and the Motley Fool may have formal recommendations for or against. So don't buy or sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Learn more about rule breaker investing at rbi.fool.com.